Good morning, Texoma, and thanks for joining us this morning. We're taking an inside look at Work Hard, Work Smart. It is a big part of Wichita Falls, something that's been around for several years now, and something that's truly giving people, I guess, an edge up, so to speak, whenever it comes to finding a job. Joining me now at the very latest is Michael Paris. He is the Vice President, Wichita Falls Chamber of Commerce. So thank you so much for being here this morning.
Absolutely.
And we're excited to take another look at this. I know back whenever it first got started, we dove into Work Hard, Work Smart, but man, there is so much that has happened since then. It's exciting to see the growth.
Absolutely. In fact, right now, we have over 109 employers that have signed a letter of commitment with us. And that letter of commitment says that they will consider or recognize that certificate when a certificate holder goes in and applies for a position. And on the other side of that coin, we have almost 2,000 certificate holders in a 50-mile radius of Wichita Falls that can use that certificate to look for jobs in this Wichita Falls area. It's interesting, at the Chamber of Commerce, what we found out is that our member employers are looking for qualified individuals. They came together 3 years ago and finally recognized that they needed to somehow establish how they're going to get quality employees. And that's how Work Hard, Work Smart came about, was to help the Chamber membership and help our local employers find quality individuals.
And it sounds like that's exactly what's happened with 2,000 in just 2 years. Did you think this number would be this big at this point? I mean, what were the expectations kind of going into this?
The expectations were that we needed to somehow quantify the skills that people were bringing. The school districts are doing a wonderful job. The students that are coming out of Vernon College and Midwestern State are doing a good job. But what we need to do is quantify those skills of folks who are not pursuing a 4-year or 2-year degree. Because most employers in this area do on-the-job training. And in order to maximize that process and the hiring process, they needed to somehow quantify those skills. Well, the National Career Readiness Certificate assesses 3 components: reading for information, information gathering, and also applied mathematics. And what's fascinating is those 3 components with that National Career Readiness Certificate can tell an employer quickly what abilities that person has to walk into that workplace. Then the employer can screen for disposition, make sure it's a good fit, and then try to find a good quality individual to come to work for them. I can tell you now that in the state of Texas, we have the largest condensed population of employers that need this certificate and certificate holders that utilize the certificate.
Wow, that says a lot about our area and
Absolutely.
really this program.
Well, we're doing a lot of things to try to enhance being a member of the Chamber of Commerce of Wichita Falls, and we want to make sure that folks out there who are employers, whether it's a mom and pop shop or it's a large business like Halmet that have over 400 employees, what we're trying to make sure is that they are getting qualified individuals for these jobs.
So that's interesting. It can be a mom and pop shop that can take advantage of this, or a major corporation or something here in town.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's quite an accomplishment, you know, to have something like this in place, though, that can really help such a wide range, I would say, of businesses. Not only businesses, I really want to hit the people maybe who are sitting at home. They're looking for a job right now. They're doing everything they can to be the best they can be, kind of give them that edge up. How does this help them?
It helps them in many ways. Number one, a lot of folks are just trying to get in the door. And at the time of the recession, when we were dealing with a lot of applicants that are applying for one job, this certificate was able to allow that individual to get a leg up and get viewed for that interview. At this time, our unemployment in Wichita Falls area is about 5.7%. And even with that, you still have a lot of applicants that are applying for these jobs that are available. And so what it does is it allows that individual to walk into and hand an application of employment to that employer and say, not only can I give you my application of employment, but if you look here, I have the National Career Readiness Certificate as well. That tells the employer, I'm serious about my job search and I'm serious about coming to work for you.
Even if they're not one of the 109 businesses that recognize this, would you say a lot of people out there know what it is? So it's a good thing to still put on your application?
Absolutely, absolutely. And even if they don't know what it is, for the applicant to sit there and describe it to them and say, I'm good at math, I'm good at reading, and I'm good at processing information, that tells the employer that they're serious about looking for that position.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a win-win.
Absolutely.
Now, being with the Chamber of Commerce, how does something like this help our city and the growth to continue on?
Well, it's interesting because in Wichita Falls, we're on the west side of Interstate 35. And being on the western part of Texas, we're competing with Dallas-Fort Worth, San Antonio, Houston, and that triangle where a lot of jobs are being created. And what we're trying to do is create a differentiator for this community so that when a business comes knocking on our door, we can say we have over 2,000 certificate holders that we can target today to help fill your jobs.
Yeah.
But on the other side, you have business retention. You may have a business in this community that says, you know, I need to start growing, I need to start expanding, and I just need to see quality candidates. Well, call Work Hard, Work Smart, and we will start targeting those certificate holders, in which will help your business grow. Now, are they always going to be the perfect candidate? Probably not, but at least it helps the overall economic development in this community because it has the potential of increasing a person's wages. At the same time, it has the potential of helping employers find good quality people.
Is there anything you can say about this program, maybe you've changed or you've tweaked since it started, that you have found, you know, maybe to be for the better of the program?
For the better of the program, I would say that we enhanced and realigned our resources to where we are collaborating close with Vernon College. The biggest gap of skills that we have in the Wichita Falls area are those skills after high school, but other than a four-year degree. And those high skills that are needed by a lot of our employers, whether it be Sharp Iron or WPT Power or Pratt & Whitney or PPG for that matter, they're looking for quality individuals, and this allows us to contact the Work Hard, Work Smart office, to align with Vernon College, and to set up specific skills that these employers can use. Vernon College has been a great resource to align with and make sure that we're supplying good quality people for these jobs.
And I'm excited we're going to hear much more about the Vernon College and really its tie and how you can benefit from that connection as well coming up. Plus, hearing from an employer and how it's benefited them and, of course, you again as well. So you don't want to go anywhere. I just want to ask you one more question, Michael, while I have you here.
Sure.
Anything we can expect for the future of Work Hard, Work Smart? Are there other exciting developments in the works?
Absolutely. These next 3 months, we're going to be promoting and marketing the Work Hard, Work Smart website because we have a rotating job board. Those are employers that have signed a letter of commitment. They're posting their jobs on the Work Hard, Work Smart website so that certificate holders or employers that use that certificate can go and look at one place in order to share that responsibility. We're not trying to compete with other job boards and such, but what we're trying to do is accentuate the importance of the certificate in filling jobs and also improving your wages.
Yeah, what a major benefit and something neat to really give you that upper hand.
Absolutely.
So, well, thank you so much for sharing. And like I said, we are not done learning about Work Hard, Work Smart. Stick around, we're just getting started. We'll be right back with more. Welcome back to Inside Texoma. Once again, we are talking about Work Hard, Work Smart right here in the Texoma area and how this program is truly benefiting so many, not only those looking for a job, but also those looking to hire, which is exactly who we are sitting down with this morning. This is Betty Yoder. Betty, thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you.
She is the Human Resource Manager at Lowe's here in Wichita Falls. So as we were saying, you are the woman who is looking to hire, so to speak, and does the hiring for Lowe's. So we really just wanted to kind of ask your opinion on Work Hard, Work Smart and how it's helping our city. So just kind of want to start with the basics and how Lowe's got involved and how you think it's benefiting.
Well, I had met Sarah about 6-7 months ago at a job fair, and we were talking, and she shared with me the pros to the Work Hard, Work Smart program. And after I went back to the store, she sent me an email and sent me the website email and taught me how to get in there and what to do and how to react to it and stuff. And now I go on and I post my job so everyone can see. And getting that extra 2,000 people that have the NCRC certificate is very beneficial to any company in Lowe's.
Why do you think this is beneficial to your company? I mean, you said it is, but why?
Well, if they are ready to come and be customer service orientated people with a smile on their face, that's who we look for. We can teach the product knowledge, but we can't teach the customer service. You either have it or don't. And that's what we look for. We're willing to train people if they have the right attitude and a great big smile.
You could, of course, have people come in that are not part of the Work Hard, Work Smart program because your job applications are posted elsewhere as well. But I want to know if it really came down to, let's say you have this applicant who has the certificate and one who doesn't, and it's just neck and neck, and you know, you're just trying to decide who's going to win. Is that certificate going to help?
Absolutely, it's going to help because we know through the program that they've taken that extra step to show we really need a job or want a job. So absolutely, it's a benefit. Right now, Lowe's is in its spring hiring, and we're looking to put on maybe 60, 70 people in the next several months. So we're going to have a different applicant flow than what we have. We're going to go outside sources and look for good qualified applicants to get. Even though we have our own website, which is Lowe's.com, and you have to apply on that website, and we post that on the Work Hard, Work Smart, that you must apply on Lowe's.com.
How do you think something like this is beneficial for our community?
Well, I think every employer has the need to hire qualified, good, friendly candidates, and sometimes they're hard to come by. You know, as Mike mentioned, with the unemployment rate, 5%, a little over 5.5%, there's not much out there. And the extra help that any business can gather from the Work Hard, Work Smart is grateful.
We appreciate you sharing that. I mean, right from the lips of the lady who hires, you know, for one of the companies in our area, that is a benefit then,
Absolutely.
You're saying, having this certificate. So
Absolutely.
it's not going to hurt you, huh?
Absolutely not.
Well, Betty, we appreciate your time. And like you mentioned, a lot of open jobs you said are about to come up, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now's the time to start getting that certificate, I guess, and getting those applications in if you're interested.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. And we have so much more still to get to, more about how you can get that certificate. Also, if you are an employer like Betty looking to hire, how you can take part in that, and more on that connection with Vernon. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with you. Welcome back to Inside Texoma. Once again, we are talking about Work Hard, Work Smart, and now specifically its connection to Vernon College. Joining me now with the details is Mark Holcomb. He is the Division Chair, Information and Technology out at Vernon. So, Mark, thank you so much for being here this morning. And
we're so glad to be here.
And we just want to kind of move into the connection Vernon College has with Work Hard, Work Smart.
Well, Mike Paris, the vice president up there at Chamber, brought us in at the beginning of the grant, and we kind of called hold of it. We actually use that for some of our assessments, and for the last 3 years, it's been working out really good.
How is this, whenever you say we use it for some of our assessments, what do you mean? Like so some of the college students would actually be taking this?
Well, some of our programs out there are better suited for employment for certificate level. So that means they don't have to take any kind of college entrance test that will assess their reading, writing, and math like our normal academic courses. And these programs are in high demand, like machining, welding, and HVAC. So the only way we know how the student is comparing up with the marketplace that needs them is to actually assess them in the reading, writing, math outside of the normal channels, what the college would do for associate degree level students.
How has this program benefited the college?
Well, first of all, twofold. Just like I mentioned before, it gives us data on assessment. It tells the student at what level they are with reading and writing and math, not so much from an academic level, but actually from a workforce level, which is fantastic. It's kind of almost catered like a glove to us. On the other side, also, the connections that the Chamber has made with local industry to actually use this as a stepping stone for employment has really helped us too.
And I understand there's even some housing, I guess, so to speak, work hard, work smart. Their offices are even located at the campus, correct?
Yes, actually they started out Skills Training Center when they first developed the grant. And then with our renovation over Century City, we found a better fit for them over there at Century City. So they're housed at the Century City located in Wichita Falls.
Why is that important, and how do you think that helps also benefit the college to have them right there on hand?
A lot of times it is getting out and actually talking to students, and the staff there, Sarah and Veronica, actually do a good job to actually go into the classroom, tell the importance of the grant, the program, what it actually means to the student. So what it does, it becomes part of our culture. Even though they're an outside agency, we want to keep a very close connection with the city. That's what we're here for, is to train workers to actually man the city. It's really kind of a painless assessment. We normally try to work it into our curriculum where the students are actually in class when they're actually taking the test. And it seems to have been working out real well.
And what about the community? How do you think a program like this benefits Texoma as a whole?
Well, it makes a smarter worker. You know, maybe not so much where the test is actually training them in these skills, but once again, we go back, it shows them where they can actually do improvements on. You know, our mission here is to make sure that the workforce here in Wichita Falls and Wilburger County also stays strong. And the courses we have out there are designed and actually originated because of a lot of the shortage of workers out there. So yeah, you're never too old to actually start a new field. And we have walks from all lives out there. We have the kids coming straight from high school to 18-year-olds, and then we have the displaced workers that are 40, 50-year-olds retraining into other fields.
Have you heard maybe success stories with this already?
Oh, several, yes. You know, I think any instructor out there, any faculty member, it's like any kind of educator. Once, you know, you can come in and do your job all day long. It's bumping into that person on the street that it said, I was able to buy a new house because I got a real good job, was able to start a family, things are going great. And there's not a program out there that you can't look at dozens of success stories with students out there.
Do you think this is something that will continue, the connection with Vernon, and it will continue in our area?
Oh, it will. You know, it's not I hope it will. It will. It's just the Chamber has been good to us. They've been there when we needed financing for equipment. This is just one part of what the Chamber's actually done for Vernon College here.
Right. Well, we appreciate your time and giving us a little bit of an insight to this. You know, I think it raises a lot of good points for maybe those who are looking to head off to college and looking for work, and even those, like you said, you're never too old to go back and learn and get involved in a new career. So,
you're right, yes.
Thank you so much for your time, and we need to take a quick break. We'll be right back with you. Welcome back to Inside Texoma. Once again, we are talking about Work Hard, Work Smart and its impact here in Texoma. Joining me now is the Work Hard, Work Smart Program Coordinator, Sarah Lage. And Sarah, we just welcome you here, first of all, this morning. And we're excited to hear much more. I know, we've heard the details of its connection to Vernon and, of course, the city and even employers. But now there's a lot of people sitting at home who are excited about this certificate and ready to learn more on how to earn one. So what is the first step?
Just come by our office or give us a call. I think that's the big step to doing that. We've got Veronica Whitford is our WIA clerk, and she can make sure that the job applicant is WIA eligible in order to take the NCRC. We'll schedule them to take the quick test, which is like a quick 15 to 20-minute test, just to briefly go over the NCRC, make sure that you pass. If someone does pass, then they will be connected to the NCRC, and we'll get that set up for them to take.
And the NCRC is the certificate that we're
Yes.
talking about, correct?
Yes.
So it is a test. Is there training involved or studying involved? How does that work so you are comfortable that you're going to pass this test?
Well, that's what the quick test is for. You must pass the quick test with an 80 or above in order to go on to take the assessment. But if you don't, that's okay. We have a tutorial that they can do. We actually had a gentleman a few weeks ago that took the quick test, didn't pass the math section, but he did the tutorial and got a platinum score on his math on the assessment. So if you put that effort into it, you're going to pass and get the certificate.
Is there a cost at all involved in this, or is this free to take?
Thankfully for the grant, as long as you meet the WIA eligibility, it's free for someone to take. You know, you don't get a lot of chances in life where something is free. So that's another reason why we strongly encourage those that are either getting ready to graduate from high school or college or just don't know what to do for their job to come see us to take this test. It's free. Why not?
And that's interesting. So even high school students, encourage them to come if you're trying to get a jump start in your career, trying to start a career. What about those who may have been laid off and they're looking for work? Is this something that's good for them as well?
Definitely. This assessment is great for anyone, especially those that, like you said, have been out of school for several years. They've been in a job for 20, 30 years, and they've been laid off. The assessment is something great because it's something recent, and it can supplement their high school diploma, their GED, or their college degree.
And so again, all free though,
All
right?
free.
What are some of the qualifications that you're looking at?
With the WIA eligibility, you must be 14 years or older. For the males, you need to have registered with Selective Service, and you need to be a United States citizen or have work authorization here in the U.S. for us to pay for it.
So it's pretty easy, it sounds like. Not really extensive, not a lot of things.
Exactly.
And again, the phone number, we put that on your screen for the number that you need to call, of course, to contact them and take this test. About how long does it take, would you say?
We tell people to allot about 4 hours. It is an online test, and it's self-paced. There are, I think you get like 55 minutes per section, but you can take a break in between the tests. So a lot 4 hours just to kind of give yourself plenty of time and not to have to rush through.
And this is not the quick test we're talking about. This
Correct.
is the actual test.
Yes.
And okay, after the testing's done, you've earned your certificate. What now? How does Work Hard, Work Smart help me find that perfect job?
This is where I get real excited because I've got a career in career services. So I get to help folks with their resume, their interview skills, and the whole job search process. We've got a Work Hard, Work Smart job board that they can have access to employers who have posted jobs that are at least considering the NCRC assessment. And our job board is so unique because it is specifically geared to those that have their NCRC and to employers that look at the NCRC as well.
So it's a one-stop shop, basically,
Exactly.
and you're seeing all that's out there without having to maybe go around town. You see what's open and who's accepting those certificates.
Yes.
So
We have fun in our office. It's great. It's great to see folks come in our office that are looking for jobs.
what do you hear from those when that perfect match, so to speak, is made?
Well, we definitely have some folks that are continuously to give us updates. There's a couple of gentlemen that are having interviews because of the job board, and they're getting second interviews. So they're definitely keeping us up to date, and that is keeping us, real excited about the program and the program's future.
And I understand you're also out there. Betty had mentioned that you talked to her. You're helping to bring these businesses on board. What's the response that you're getting from our community? Because we're up to 109, and I think that's great. And
Yes.
hopefully that number continues to grow.
That number is going to continue to grow. The number of NCRC holders is going to continue to grow. What I think is so unique about the NCRC is that you can use it nationwide. So, for employers, that's something great because, let's bring some folks into Wichita Falls that our employers can hire.
That is great. So you're not just limited even to one area. Let's say
Right.
you're going to be moving, you can take that certificate and use it in other areas as
Exactly.
well. What is the best part about this for maybe those looking for work? What do you think is the biggest benefit?
It helps job applicants to stand out. I've worked in career services for several years, and that's the one thing that I hear from employers all the time. for a job applicant to stand out. You know, they see the same resume, the same interview every day, day in and day out. But for someone that has taken the time to take the NCRC, that puts them a step above anyone else.
Well, and that's what we all want, right? When
Exactly.
you're going in there for that job, you want to stand out. So definitely a plus. And I love how you even help them with their interview skills. You help them with their resumes. It doesn't just stop with this testing.
Exactly. We're the whole package.
And again, all free,
All
right?
free, yes.
That's so impressive. Like you said, not a lot of things are free. And if you're needing that extra leg up for work, definitely a plus for our city. Would you say this is something, you know, I'd asked Betty and I asked Michael this earlier, is something that is needed in our city and something that has already helped our city out tremendously?
Most definitely. You know, this makes Wichita Falls and the surrounding area unique, which I think is great for the chamber and it's great for our economy because that brings employers in. When employers come in, then there's jobs. And when there's jobs, we've got a happy community.
Absolutely. Well, Sarah, thank you so much for your time and all that you do. We look forward to getting updates, of course,
Yes.
and keeping people involved. And we want to say thank you, Texoma, for joining us this morning. If you'd like to learn more, you can always head to our website, newschannel6now.com. We provided a link to this show. Once you're there, just click on News and then click on Inside Texoma. You can watch this entire program again and, of course, get all those numbers. We hope you have a great day. We'll see you back here next Sunday morning for more Inside Texoma.